Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, doing another Reddit reaction. Today we're going to be focusing on Reddit posts regarding the new phone, the Samsung S10. And without further ado, let's get straight into this. Okay, so the first Reddit post that we have got here, I am debating going from my iPhone 10 to the Samsung S10. Should I? I mean, I think you should. Like, the iPhone 10 is kind of whack because it's quite expensive. I think obviously it's not the newest current iPhone, the latest hot iPhone. The latest hot iPhone is the iPhone 10s or iPhone 10s Max. But still, I think you should switch. You should just flip the switch. I just flip the switch. I don't know nobody else is doing this. I think that the current Apple user should decide to flip the switch because Apple's pricing can be really frustrating at times, and just as he said, it can be a bit lackluster in terms of their choices. Like, how are you gonna have a phone which literally doesn't even have a headphone jack? That's literally just completely whack, in my opinion.
That's totally wrong.
So we're talking about the latest Apple phone, the 10s, a few minutes earlier. And here we have another Reddit post saying that the Samsung S10 is better than a 10s. Ugh. He seems triggered, he seems frustrated at the fact that Apple's main rival when it comes to flagship phones are now right up there with them. And obviously this post was from the subreddit that is literally called iPhone 10s Max. So you can see that these guys probably big up Apple and the iPhone 10s on a daily, to be honest. So you can see why they're so angry from an Apple perspective that Samsung are now on the come up, they're on the rise. They're catching up with the Apple products in terms of popularity. Okay, so now we have a bit of a role reversal, another flip the switch, but now instead of someone going from Apple to Samsung, they're going from Samsung to Apple. I've had the S8 for almost 2 years now. Well, in terms of the duration of how long you've had a piece of technology for, this guy is just a basic amateur. Man's had his tablet for like 5 years. Okay, so as we can see, he's debating going to Apple. He says his S8 has a horrible battery life. 2 hours on screen. Okay, that is really peak, bro. Slow software, but iPhones have that smoothness with the software. I think initially when you buy an iPhone, it has, that crisp, buttery smoothness. But like, I feel like over time, over like 2 years, which is the same amount of time this guy's had his S8, I feel like over that same sort of time span, the iPhone will just get worse. Because from my sister's experience, she used to have an iPhone 6s. After like 2 years as well, it became absolute dog shit. Like, it was so slow in terms of how fast it could run, could barely open apps, it was quite glitchy. So I wouldn't be that eager to flip the switch when going from Samsung to Apple. But then he says, should I go to the Samsung S10, which has better battery? Now, from what I can see, this guy's main issue with his S8 is that it doesn't have the battery duration. But he literally said the Samsung S10 has good battery. So if that's the case, then just cop it. Like, why are you so hesitant when making a decision? If your main problem is the battery, then you fix your problem by getting the phone which has the new battery. So go for the S10. Okay, so we have a new S10 wallpaper. I mean, I'm a bit disappointed because it looks like a small ripple, but in reality, we all wanted waves so we could pre the wave check. Like, imagine you're on your phone, well, you're just about to go on your phone, you open it, you see the wallpaper, but there's no waves, so you can't do a wave check. You can't check out your wallpaper or anything. You just see a small ripple with no, undulation. Speaking of S10 wallpapers, there are no longer infinity wallpapers. As you can see here, this Reddit post was from the Galaxy S9 subreddit. So obviously the infinity wallpapers are present in the S9 and also the S8, I believe. They were like these wallpapers which were like sort of animated, if you will, and the animation went on for infinity, hence why they're called infinite wallpapers. And the way you could discern whether it was, a standard run-of-the-mill wallpaper or an infinity dope wallpaper is by checking the top right corner of the wallpaper. In that top right corner, I believe there was like a play button thing. So yeah, that was how you're able to discern if it was the infinity one or not. But now we're stuck with the S10 wallpaper, which is just ripples. No wave checks, just ripples. By the use of the crying slash sad emoji, you can see that the S9 subreddit people clearly aren't happy about that. Rightfully so, because it was a dope ass wallpaper. Okay, so here there's allegedly a brand new skin coming with the S10 called Iconic. I guess that's a Fortnite skin. I don't really know. And I can't imagine anyone would buy the S10 solely to cop that skin. It does look nice though, to be fair, I can't lie. Okay, so now we're going to Bakar. We need. So here, as you can see, the stats show us the fastest performing phones out of the 5. We can see that the 10S is the top performer. But if I recommended for you guys to get the 10S, then it would appear as I was contradicting myself. So still cop the S10. Here we can see a picture of the Samsung S10 up close and personal in presumably an Android or Samsung store. Anyways, as you can see by this zoomed in clip, I can just about discern that it has a cinematic display. So, if you want to make some sick mini films, then you are very much welcome to do that with the Galaxy S10. Has an inbuilt fingerprint. I feel like that's pretty standard for smartphones these days. The Galaxy S10 is equipped with a professional grade camera, so if you want to make a crystal clear selfie to put on the gram or something, then you're welcome to do that. And also, if you're on holiday and you want to take a nice video slash photo of the Ping landscape, then you're welcome to do that as well. And in terms of the whole charging aspect of the phone, you have a 24-hour intelligent battery. Like, what the hell does that mean? It's not going to be an intellect, but it's also got wireless charging, so you don't have to worry about the burden of carrying a wired charger with you. You don't have to worry about untangling it or it getting in the way of things. But yeah, I don't really see how the battery can be seen as smart. It's just an inanimate object. Alright, so here we can see that the S10 represented by the guy is eyeing up the wireless power share, which is what I was talking about earlier in terms of wireless charging, and he's not really being attracted to the classic wired Samsung charger. He's more interested in the, more futuristic option of the power share, which is pretty dope. You can literally share power between two S10s, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, for this meme, I'm gonna take it one step at a time. So we'll focus on the first half first. Huawei throwing shade at Samsung's S10. Sharing power is the pioneer's duty. Wireless reverse charge. So it's the pioneer. The pioneer is like the first person who's doing it, revolutionizing the game, taking the game to a new level. And Huawei seems to be the first person to do that. So they're saying to Samsung, like, why are you copying us? You're not the first person to do it. We were the first people to do the wireless power share. We were the one who set ourselves apart from the rest of the smartphone competition. Okay, now to the second segment of the meme. You finally got into the triple camera club. We've already got the best seats. Okay, so they're saying, okay, you're part of the exclusive club, which has the cool distinct feature of the triple camera, but we've already got the hot seats, the first seats. We were here first. We're the first people, we're the pioneers, we're the first people to incorporate the triple camera. So don't act like you're the real deal, you're the big man. You're not the big man. You're in our league, just pipe down. We included this cool triple camera feature first, not you. And on that shade throwing note, it's time to end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Take it easy, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out.